Okay, Paul, let's start with James Jennings. Tweeted last night that he's out for the season. Can you confirm that one?
Well, reports we've had from the physio said it's quite a bad one. It's quite a bad tear, grade 2 tear in his hamstring. So it's looking very unlikely that he'll compete again this season. But we're not ruling him out. Knowing JJ as I do, he's a little warrior, and he'll want to be back. He'll want to be back on the pitch before the season ends. But we've got to look at the worst and best case scenarios, and it's not looking good at the minute.
He's been immense, hasn't he? And he will be a big loss.
Oh, he's been brilliant to work with. He's the way he trains. I can tell why he's had a captain's armband at other clubs he's been at. I can't speak highly enough of the lad. He's a true professional, and like I say, his performances have been nothing short of excellent.
You've said the squad though can cope with things like this, and it's time for you to prove that, isn't it?
It is. We've not ruled out bringing somebody in. Obviously, we've got people like Beeves that filled in there, Sutts that's filled in there. I played Pilks at left back in the reserves, done very well. What I want to make sure we do is, we've got Beeves on 8 bookings at the minute. I've said after the game on Tuesday, I want to make sure that whatever we do, we're totally professional and we cover all bases. So we spoke to a couple of players over the last 24 hours. Whether anything comes of it, I'm not sure. We'll know more probably by midday today and take it from there. But I said the squad's going to come into play, but what we want to make sure is that we don't leave ourselves wide open. And if we do get a few more injuries, or Beeves on 8 bookings, we lose him on 10. You lose him for 2 games, so just want to make sure that we're covered and we're professional now for these last 8 games.
So would you be bringing somebody in to replace Jennings in the starting 11, or somebody that would help bolster the squad?
Well, I want to bring somebody in that's that's as good as, if not better than what we've got. So the players we spoke to, high quality, played at the top end of this table, and league football. So, but like I say, it's nothing's been done yet. There have been tentative inquiries, and we'll make sure that the player we bring in will add to us, and just make sure that we covered all bases.
I suppose you're expecting this because things never go smoothly 100%, do they?
No, I'm never lucky. I expect some twists and turns. I expect the worst case scenario. And like I say, as long as we stay focused, as long as we don't get too big and above ourselves, and we've got a good chance, and that's all it is. It's a good chance. 8 massive games. Teams around us have got games. Anything can happen, but like I say, as long as we're professional, as long as we've given it our best shot, most importantly, as long as we're enjoying it, because you have to enjoy these times, then I'll be happy.
And what about the fans? So anxious for success, so nervous at this moment as we go into the last 3 weeks of the season. What's your message to them? How can they help you from the stands over these next 3 weeks?
Just don't be nervous. We're all in this game to enjoy. Support the other night was immense. Even like we didn't play particularly well, it was a little bit huff and puff. But the support, the singing, majority all the way through, all the way through the game was excellent. We can't afford, to be anxious or stressed. This is what we're in it for. This is what I'm in it for. That's what the supporters are in it for. I went and spoke to some of the supporters after the game. They're over the moon. They said the atmosphere in and around the bars and the town is immense. But let's go and enjoy it. That's all I want to do. Go and enjoy it. I don't want anybody to feel any pressure, any fear of. Because if there's any fear, it's a fear of not achieving, and that for me is it's a strange one, because we need to embrace this. We're playing for a promotion now. We're playing for a championship, and there's no bigger prize on the planet than playing for a championship, and we've got to enjoy it. And we've got 8 big games to go. I want to be involved in big games. I know the supporters do and the players do. So you can't fear it. You have to go and enjoy it. One thing we are doing at this football club, we're building strong foundations, and this club is heading in the right direction. We've got a great chairman. We've got a good set of supporters that are diehards and want this club to succeed. We're putting the infrastructure in place with the youth, reserves, bringing some good young lads from this area through to our first team ranks, hopefully. It's all a positiveness, and we need to now start and embrace that, and not worry about failure. That's just, if we don't succeed at the end of this year, then we go again next year.
Easter weekend brings 2 games: home to Tamworth, away to Tamworth, and at home to Gateshead. 6 points on offer there, but 2 games in quick succession. Are you going to be using your squad fully?
Oh, we'll have to use the squad, but for me, we look fresh now. I must admit, the break's done us the world of good. Getting Tuesday out of the way, in terms of that little bit of mental fatigue, that little bit of mental sharpness, we look fresh, and it's only like, a team playing on it's having 24 hours rest. So, and I know that these lads physically can cope with that. But we'll use it. We're going to have to use it anyway. The game's coming up. We've got Wrexham on the Thursday, and you play Barron. It's a succession of games that sometimes you have to be fearful of. But if there's a day's rest, we'll come in on the Sunday. We'll have a cool down. We'll see. We'll have a head count in terms of who can go again. If changes need to be made, then I'm very, very positive that we've got players that haven't featured in the 11 that can come in and do a great job for this football club. And
it's a chance this weekend as well to try and put even more daylight between yourselves and Wrexham before you play them on the Thursday.
It's just a chance to win a game, Jason. That's all it is. It's like I say, I'm not looking what Wrexham can do, what Kidderminster do, Newport, Grimsby. It's all it is a football match on this weekend, and we want to win the football match. We'll have a head count Sunday morning, see where we are, see what result we've got. Move on to the Gateshead game. There'll be some twists and turns. My job is to try and keep the twists and turns for this football club as low as possible. We like straight lines. We want to go ahead in a straight line. We just want to keep focused. We want to make sure that our mindsets is spot on. And if we do that, we've got some good players that are hungry, really, really hungry. We want to give ourselves the best chance in these next 8 games, because that's all it is. Someone's given us an opportunity with a chance of winning a championship. That's all we've got. But someone's given Wrexham the chance, Newport, Kiddie, Grimsby. What we've got to do, we've got to stick to what we're good at, be mentally strong, focus, and we'll see where we are.
Tamworth Way then Saturday. What sort of game are you expecting from them? How do they like to play?
It's a tough one. Dale's got in there, done an excellent job since he's gone in there. I know him well. You've got good players. Cunnington's up there in the top goal scorer charts. The Marshall lad at the back. He's played for me in the past. Good players. There's not an easy game in this league. Like I say, I keep saying it, I don't really like talking about oppositions. What they play like, because it's uncontrollable. I have no effect on Tamworth's fixtures, the way they play, whether they'll be hungry, I want to concentrate on us, and if we go into it focused and in the same form in terms of our mindset and our physicality, we'll have a good chance of winning a football match. If we don't, we'll get beat. It's as simple as that.
And it could be one of those rare occasions where the away support outnumbers the home support.
Yeah, I've been speaking to some of the supporters. Spoke to them after Tuesday again, and I think there's a large number of them, as there were last year. I think we took a large number last year. And the support of this football club is, it can send shivers down your spine sometimes, because it can be so positive. And us taking that amount of support with us, I would have thought there'd be a few more in succession. You probably hear them outside the ground. Is brilliant for the lads, because I keep saying they don't realise how much they have a positive effect on the lads when they're in the mode that they are.
I'll do.
Obviously, the possibility of a left back coming in before the end of the day. Will that be it, or are you still thinking of other departments?
I've looked at other departments, but at this minute, John, like I say, it could be a necessity. I've looked at it over the last 24 hours since I've heard about JJ. We've got Beavers on 8 bookings. Beefs, to be fair, could go the rest of the season in that game. But what I'm saying is that I'm looking at worst case possibilities, and the worst case possibilities, we might get a couple of injuries and we might lose one or two through bookings. So we just want to plan accordingly, and if the finance is there to bring somebody in and the right people come about, then we'll seriously consider it. Not because we don't think someone can play left back, but because I want to make sure that every base is covered, that this football club isn't going to the last 8 games and we've left something to chance.
But it will be purely that one position.
It'll be purely that one position, yeah.